Hey everyone, welcome to Relatively Refined. My name is Paula. Today I have a fun video on tap for you, so grab yourself a hot beverage while we discover our Christmas style personalities and then head out for some fun Christmas inspiration. All right, let's get started. Well, a little while back, I received my Cottage Journal Christmas Edition magazine in the mail. This is always one of my favorite editions of this magazine. I love this magazine in every season, but the Christmas one is always so fun. And I really hadn't had a chance to page through it because I've been busy at work and with different things. But I did sit down and sort of thumb through it. And as I was thumbing through it and looking at the beautiful photographs, I was thinking about the different kinds of Christmas decor that were represented in this magazine, which got me to thinking about my own Christmas decor style and what do I really like and appreciate. And I thought, everybody has their own kind of style personality, and wouldn't it be fun to explore the different decor styles for Christmas, kind of think about the key elements of those styles, and then kind of take our own little personality test, our Christmas decor style personality test. So go ahead and grab yourself a hot beverage. I'm having some cinnamon apple tea, and let's talk a little bit about the different styles of Christmas decor, and maybe you'll find yourself represented in these different personalities. The first Christmas decor personality style is one I'm calling the Classic Claus. This style is rooted in the traditions of Christmas, from the Victorian style ornaments to the deep, rich reds, forest greens, silvers, golds, and touches of white. Think of beautifully decorated Christmas trees with gorgeous ribbon in satin and silk, traditional symbols like holly or poinsettias, or even the jolly old man himself, Santa Claus. Angels and nutcrackers are other elements of this classic design. Ornate details like silver or gold-plated candle holders, crystal ornaments, and decorative figurines add a sophisticated touch to this decor style. The overall feel is one of elegance and warmth, invoking the joyful spirit of traditional family celebrations. This decor style is long-lasting. It's not faddish, it doesn't come and go. It truly is a classic, like red and green themselves, tartan plaid, velvet, and satin. If those are the things that you are drawn to, then you just might be a Classic Claus. The next decor personality is one I'm calling Neutral Noel. This style embraces simplicity, minimalism, and a calming, understated elegance that's perfect for those who prefer a quieter, more serene holiday. The style focuses on soft, muted color palettes, often consisting of whites, creams, grays, and beiges, with subtle pops of metallics like gold, silver, or bronze. The look is sophisticated yet cozy, with an emphasis on neutral and natural materials like wood, stone, and linen. Ornaments are often simple, with understated designs. It's an ideal choice for those who prefer a Christmas that's elegant and calm, yet still cozy and inviting. The third personality is the Farmhouse Fa La La. Farmhouse Fa La La is all about rustic charm, simplicity, and creating a warm and welcoming environment that celebrates the beauty of rural life. This style draws heavily from the rustic, vintage-inspired elements of farm living, combined with a sense of nostalgia with a relaxed, homey feel. The color palette is warm and earthy with plenty of red, green, white, and natural wood. Plaid patterns, burlap ribbons, and gingham details are commonly used throughout this style, adding texture and a sense of casual comfort. Reclaimed wood and mason jars are a quintessential part of the farmhouse look, and they bring that weathered, rustic elegance to a space. Wooden stars, tartan bows, dried citrus slices, small touches like vintage sleds or rustic lanterns or thermoses, hand-painted wooden signs with festive messages are all part of the farmhouse style. The focus is on warmth, coziness, and handmade touches that make the holiday feel extra special. Next, we'll take a look at the cozy cottage. This style evokes a sense of warmth, comfort, and nostalgia, reminiscent of a charming countryside retreat during the holidays. It leans heavily on soft, homey elements that make you feel like you're curling up by the fire with a cup of hot cocoa. Rich textures like wool throws, knitted blankets, and plush pillows in plaid or cable knit patterns create a snug atmosphere. The color palette is cozy and earthy with reds, forest greens, neutral tones like beige, cream, and soft brown, and hints of copper or warm-toned metals like brass and gold. Decorations are often vintage-inspired, featuring simple handcrafted ornaments like wooden reindeer, gingham ribbons, and small wreaths made from natural materials like pine cones, dried oranges, and berries. A mix of natural elements such as fresh pine branches, dried florals, and even felt or ceramic figurines give the space an organic and rustic charm. This style is all about creating an intimate, peaceful holiday setting that feels both timeless and approachable. Our final personality style is the Retro Reindeer. The Retro Reindeer style takes a playful and nostalgic approach to holiday decorating, evoking the joyful exuberance of past decades, particularly the mid-century. The style is characterized by bold, bright colors like candy cane red, emerald green, aqua blue, and bubblegum pink, often accented with shiny metallics like gold, silver, and tinsel. It's all about fun, quirky decor that brings back memories of a simpler time, a more carefree time. Think of vintage glass ornaments in unusual shapes, like retro cars or bubble lights, tinsel garlands, and ceramic Christmas trees with colorful lights. The Christmas tree may be decorated with classic ornaments like shiny glass baubles, hand-painted wooden figurines, and kitschy felt garlands. Santa figurines, old-school elves, and nostalgic holiday cards with mid-century illustrations are keys to this style's charm. The overall vibe is playful and whimsical, embracing a sense of joy and nostalgia for past Christmases. It's perfect for those who want to celebrate the holidays with a sense of humor, style, and nostalgia. Well, now that we have a better sense of what our style personality is, let's go shopping. we're going to head out to one of my favorite places to go to at Christmas, which is the Mount Pleasant Mall, located in Mount Pleasant, South Carolina. This vendor mall is full of fabulous inspiration any time of year, but particularly during Christmas. I love how they have all these different trees and decor styles represented. I was absolutely captivated by this tree filled with those satin balls covered in the pins and velvet ribbons. I love these ornaments, and I have been desperately looking for some of those to put on my tree. I haven't found any yet, other than here, and although I did not bring any home on this trip, it is my intention to head back down over the Thanksgiving break and pick up a few of these Christmas balls. I think they are stunning. They were not inexpensive. They ranged anywhere from $16 or $18 to $28 per bauble, but I thought that they were absolutely stunning. Look at the colors on this one. I think that one was priced at $22, which I think, considering all that went into it and the work that goes into making these, is probably not a bad price, but I wasn't quite ready to bite the bullet on this shopping trip. I keep hoping I'll find some at a garage sale or Facebook Marketplace or something like that. This tree was so darling. It was a kind of candy cane Santa Claus themed tree, and it had some really adorable ornaments. There's nothing quite like a vintage Santa face, is there? So cute. And those little red and white spiral picks that were in the tree were just darling. Such a fun tree. It kind of reminded me of a little bit of a Willy Wonka type tree. And then if you'll notice that vintage Christmas ball with the bottle brush tree in it, I absolutely loved that. I am on the hunt for all of the elements to make those. I think they are so cute. And on that fluffy white tree, the whole thing was really enchanting and would be precious in a little girl's room. Right down to the pink nutcracker. I always love to look at these oyster shell trees. This is another project on my growing list of craft ideas that I want to try out. I think these are really, really adorable and so perfect for this area. Oysters are big down here, and because we are a sort of coastal community, I love the idea of bringing in those oyster shell trees. This is a very classic looking tree. The person who decorated this must have been a Classic Claus. The deep burgundy tones, the gold and silver, the vintage looking Santas, all of that are just very, very classic, right on down to the plaid and velvet ribbons. One thing I loved in this tree, and I hope I got a shot of it, yes, are these gorgeous little gold French horns that were hung throughout the tree. I thought they were really beautiful, and it was a big, tall tree, so it could really handle those horns. And here's, of course, another nutcracker, more classic in color palette than the previous one. So many really, truly beautiful things and creative people who put these together. The displays were just gorgeous. And look at that tree topper with the gold leaf and that big bow. Honestly, I'm not a native-born Southerner, so I don't have the bow-making gene, but if you are a Southern female, somehow or another, you know how to make a bow. Trudy can make a bow like nobody's business, and she said her mother was a total whiz at it. Here's another really beautiful and unusual tree. I loved the faux oranges as the tree topper in this tree. Really so pretty. And just a totally unexpected color. You don't really expect to see oranges at Christmas, although we do use clove-studded oranges, are kind of classically Christmas. The ornaments on this tree were also so pretty. That, I don't know if you can tell, is a really beautiful bird with a long feathered tail. And then there's kind of a ship in a bottle type of ornament. Really, really pretty. And again, the use of this ribbon woven throughout the tree. I always admire people who can do that and weave it throughout their tree and make it look so natural and pretty. Here's a close-up of that bird ornament. I thought it was truly stunning. Look how long his tail feathers are. Really quite beautiful. Here are some examples of what a neutral Noel might be drawn to, although I loved these little vintage looking putz houses. I do have a collection that I got inherited from my mom and dad, and I love them. And these were really so beautiful, these glittery pine cones. They were quite heavy too, as I recall. Really, really gorgeous ornaments. Don't know what the price was. Let me see. Can we see that? Looks like possibly $10, which is really very fair, I felt, for these pretty, pretty ornaments. That lovely glittery deer in with that cut crystal is so pretty. And then, speaking of glittery, these gorgeous pine cones, I absolutely loved them. How stunning would they be on either side of a mantle? And then this humongous crystal ice bucket over there in the corner. I don't know if I got a shot of that, but it was huge. And they were $85 each for the pine cones. So beautiful. There's that ice bucket. Now, here's some place that I could have gone crazy. I love paper napkins, and so does my mother. So I was looking through this. They had so many styles and patterns, absolutely beautiful. They had the cocktail size, the dinner size, and then kind of the guest towel size, that rectangular shape. All of them just so gorgeous. It was so hard to decide what to, bring home or what to get for my mother, because I always try to give her paper napkins as part of her Christmas gift, just because she loves them. And there's something that she can use and they don't take up a lot of space to store. These dishes were also very, very cute, with the nutcrackers, the ballet dancers on them. Really adorable. Here's another tree in those kind of retro reindeer colors. And I thought these little needlepoint pillows were darling. Again, that pink Christmas is very in this year, and it would be so precious in a little girl's room. This reminds me of my friend Kim at My Feathered Nest. She has done a nutcracker ballet themed Christmas tree. I will link that video in the description box. It's absolutely stunning. She is so talented. And another channel you'll want to tune into is Crepe Myrtle Row. Lisa on that channel does a whole gingerbread theme in her kitchen, like a Mrs. Claus's baking company in her kitchen. Really, really so fun. She has such unbelievable collections of things. I'll link both of their channels down in the description box. Look at these little ornaments, so cute. And then I just loved the colors on this table. That is Retro Reindeer right there. And there are some reindeer, in fact. So pretty. And as I've mentioned before, in my own home, I really go with the more traditional color palette of red, green, and white, gold, and silver. But I can appreciate all of the different styles. It's so fun to see them. Look at those gorgeous pink poinsettias and these beautiful pink trees. Really lovely. And I was in love with this turkey. It's actually a pair of them. Aren't they awesome? I think they look like cement, but I believe they were actually made out of some kind of a resin. I thought this candlestick with the intertwined pheasants was also beautiful. These turkey plates were really fun. I've always wanted, I think there's a pattern called His Majesty, and might be a Johnson's Brothers pattern with turkeys on them. And look at these glittery artichokes. Aren't they stunning? What an impact they make in this bowl. Absolutely beautiful. This was a really large silver Christmas bulb. I thought this was really beautiful as well. It was $55 or $65, but it would be a great centerpiece. So eye-catching. This tree had some fun baubles on it. And there Truey's holding that up so you can see how big that is. It really is so lovely. Okay, here's another project. A bottle brush tree in a silver champagne coupe. How pretty is that? I loved it. I don't know if we can see the price. Let's see. It was $28, I believe is what that said. But I feel like I could thrift one of those silver champagne cups. Now there's a cloche, if I've ever seen a cloche. Really beautiful. I thought these secretary desks in this booth were absolutely stunning. Well, after looking at all of those inspiring pictures and visiting the Mount Pleasant Mall, one of the things I thought I would do for my two daughters is to have them a little individual Christmas tree for their rooms. I thought it would be a nice surprise for them. They're my youngest daughter's in her first year in college, and Emily is in her third year. She's finishing up her pre-pharmacy degree. And I thought it would be really fun to put together a little tree for each of their rooms. And as I was wandering around through Walmart the other day, I happened to go down the aisle where they had the mini tree ornaments. And I had so much fun. So I wanted to share with you what I got and my plans for each of these Christmas trees. Now, you won't see them in this video, but you will see the fully decorated trees in one of my upcoming decorating videos. I'm one of those people that doesn't like to rush the Christmas season too much. I love it, but I love Thanksgiving. So my house is not decorated for Christmas yet. It is before Thanksgiving when I'm filming this and when you're watching this. So as soon as we finish Thanksgiving dinner, that is when the majority of the Christmas decorating will begin in this household. All right, so for Emily, her room, she has some new bedding that is red and white for Christmas, and so I decided to match her tree to that bedding. And so I went down the aisle to find some ornaments and such that would be perfect for her. And I got This is so cute. These are little abominable snowmen. Are they not adorable? And these are all from Walmart. So they're, you know, a couple bucks a box. And then these very cute little felted mice that are like little red and green elves. So I really went with a classic kind of like red and white theme on her tree with a little bit of a green added in. So very classic, a classic Claus, if you will. Then there are these really sweet little ornaments that say, what do they say? North Pole Candy Co. Super cute. And then for her red and white tree, some classic snowmen. And then I got 2 strands of this beaded garland to drape around the little mini tree. And I got some mini fairy lights. Emily's are in the warm white, and some fancy little hooks to hang the little ornaments off of. So that's Emily's classic red and white tree. And then Neve's has some new bedding, and it is gingerbread themed. So I went with the gingerbread theme for her tree. So we have the little gingerbread men, so cute. Then of course we have the classic gingerbread houses. This one is backwards, but really, really cute. And then just some classic confections to add a little color to the gingerbread house theme. And then finally these little ornaments with the spatula and the cookies and so forth in the mixing bowl, really cute. And then her beaded garland has sort of the brown, pinks, and greens, the gingerbread colors in them. And I got her lights in the multicolor. And then I also got some gold star ornament hooks for her. So I was really inspired, and I'm excited to put these little trees together for the girls. And I will be sure to show them in a video that is coming up very soon. So I want to thank you for spending some time with me today. I hope you enjoyed today's video, the tour of Mount Pleasant Mall, taking the Christmas style personality quiz. Did you find your personality? Let me know in the comments which one you felt was closest to yours. Or were you an eclectic elf and you liked a little bit of everything? All right, everybody, that's going to do it for today. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.